Hi everyone and welcome to Minecraftmum Survival Skills. Today we're going to build some armor, which involves going back down into the mine and getting a little bit more material to build the armor. I tend to favor iron. So we're going to head down, get a bit more iron, and then I'm going to show you how to set about making yourself a helmet, chest plate, different things. So as you can see, I'm just putting some iron ore into the furnace, coal underneath, and we'll let that turn into iron ingots, and then we'll go down and get some more iron while we're... before we head down though, actually, I think what would be helpful to do is teach you how to make a chest, because we've got so much we're carrying at the minute, we don't need it all. So you take some planks and drag them in a big circle, and then you can place them down. We'll actually take some down to the mine as well, so I'll probably make 2. And in terms of where we'll place it, there's lots of different places. We'll just put one over here, and we can get rid of some different things that we don't think we need at the minute. So let's take the trees. We don't need to take all this cobblestone down, so we'll get rid of that. And probably it's worth leaving behind the tools that we're not going to need either. We may need 2 pickaxes, but we certainly don't need all of these sticks. So let's just get rid of those, and we'll leave a little bit of food behind. And I think that's probably... oh, we'll leave the glass behind, we don't need that here either. And we'll head downstairs. So if you want to follow me, we've got our mine just behind this door here, and we'll head down. In the previous episode, we talked a little bit about the dangers of digging straight down, and you saw some of the dangers that that entailed. So we've gone down, straight down, and then what we're going to do is just walk down the staircase for the rest of the way. So you've seen different ways. That noise you just heard was, I believe, a witch. They sort of have a laughing type voice. Now what we found yesterday is when we came around the corner here, there were some... Ah, that is a creeper. We don't want to run into them until we've got some protection in the way of armor. So what I'm going to do is try and dig under them. Usually I like to dig at a level 11, because that usually keeps you above the lava pools, but if you're careful and listen, because usually you can hear the lava bubbling away, and if you fall into it you die, so you don't want to run into it when you're mining. Oh! I can't believe it! We have got our first diamonds. That is amazing. I've never had one so quickly in a game. So what we will do, I think we just need to be careful, because you may need an iron pickaxe to get that out. So I'm just going to leave it for the moment. But that is amazing good luck. That blue stone there, that's like winning the lottery to get something like that so quickly. So what we're doing again is just digging underneath where that cave was we saw in the previous episode, and avoiding all of the creepers and things that we saw above us. I'm just going to check where we are in terms of biome. So we're in extreme hills now, which is great, because that's where you tend to find more gold, iron ore, but more importantly diamonds, as you just saw a few minutes ago. So, oh, we've got redstone. This is a really, yeah, fantastic. Redstone you can use, it may be that, again, a lot of precious stones you need to have an iron pickaxe. So I'm just going to leave those there, just keep digging around them. And we'll come back to that once we've got our iron pickaxe. Oh, there we go, some iron. So we'll... one thing I would tend to advise you is, as you're mining, you know how you can look straight up and mine. Don't ever do that. Always stand just to the left or right of where you're digging, because often you can have things like gravel that are hidden behind the block that you're mining, and it can drop down on your head and kill you. So mining is generally safe if you are in a controlled environment, which we are, where we've created our own mine and we've got lots of torches up to keep mobs from spawning. but it can get dangerous if you do silly things like dig into lava, or if you do things like digging straight over your head. Again, don't advise it. Now we've got a good supply of iron starting to take shape here, and what I may want to do is just check if we can go back up a bit. Because it may be that we were past that cave and we can start to move back to level 11. But for the moment we might as well just stick with this. It seems to be fairly safe. We've got 12 pieces of iron, so that's getting to a point that we could probably, with the other 10 we've got, build a decent amount of armor. So I'll just go a little bit further, see if there's anything else exciting along the way, and then we'll head back upstairs. Now, when you get to blocks of dirt, sometimes you may want to switch to a shovel, just because that is faster. But I don't think I brought my shovel with me. And a pickaxe does work, so you can just keep going through it. It's not the end of the world. And usually there's only 3 or 4 in a row, and then you get back to cobblestone, or I think the reddish color stone is granite. So we just keep going. It can get quite monotonous actually if you're mining. Oh, we're out of pickaxes, so we'll head back and maybe make an iron pickaxe and come back for the redstone and the diamonds. So those will be there when we come back, so you don't need to worry about leaving them behind. And we'll head back upstairs, melt some of that iron down, and make ourselves some armor. Once we've got iron armor, we can then be a bit more daring about heading into caves with creepers you always have to avoid really, but skeletons and zombies. Because once you've got a bit of protection, they aren't that scary. You can get rid of them with a couple of strikes with your sword. So we will explore those in a later episode. But today the main focus is getting ourselves some iron armor. So right click on the furnace to take out the iron ingots that have come from melting them down. We'll put the rest of the iron ore in there. And now what we're going to do is move over to the crafting table. Right click to open it up. And the first thing we're going to make is our chest plate. And basically it's like a big U, and then you fill it in. You can see a big U was actually turned into, I forget what you call it, but you can put water in it. So that's the iron chest plate. We've only got 2 more there, so we'll have to get some more iron ingots, and then we can make something else. 4 is enough to make our boots. So you drag 2 down, leave a space, and drag 2 down, and that gives you your iron boots. So shall we try them on? To try them on, hit escape to get out of the inventory, press E. You can see yourself in the mirror, and you just left click to pick it up, and then you place it in the appropriate slot, and there you go. You can see you are much more protected. Now if we look down at the bottom of the page, you can see we've got 4 little chest plates filled in. That shows you how much protection you're wearing at the moment, and different types of materials and different items give you certain different levels of protection. So what we're going to do now is make a helmet, and it's like a big sort of arc, or a rainbow. Imagine you're dragging a rainbow around, and that gives you an iron helmet. So if we hit escape and then we press E, put the helmet on, and that gives you +2 of iron, or +2 of protection. So we're moving up. The only thing left to make would be some trousers, but we need 7 for those, so I think we'll leave that for the moment. What we may do is just think about building or putting together an iron pickaxe, because there was some exciting stuff down below that would be helpful to mine. And what we can do is get rid of some of this cobblestone that we don't need at the minute. We've got some sticks that we do need. We'll need a normal pickaxe. And now let's get the iron one. So we drag it across, 2 sticks below, and now we've upgraded to an iron pickaxe, which will be much better for getting the valuable ores out. So let's go down and get those. And we may see enough to pick up a little bit of more iron to complete our iron. There's other things you can make armor out of, for example gold or leather and different items, but by far the best is, well, iron in the first instance when you're first starting the game, and ultimately what you would want to do is get yourself some diamond armor, which is the strongest and most durable. And that you can, oh, we've got a good collection of, oh, more. Fantastic. You can just mine and get the diamond, but what I often find is once we find a village, it's great if you can trade for diamond armor, because it takes a lot of mining to get diamonds. We were extremely lucky in this video to just happen so quickly on diamonds, and to get 4 just like that, that's very unusual. So what you may want to do is upgrade to diamond once you've got a village and you're able to do some trading. That's why I also like to collect lots of coal as I go. Some people think it's not worth collecting, but when you get a village where you can do some trading, the villagers generally like to collect. Oh, now that bubbling sound you can hear means we're near lava. So let's just check how deep we are. We're at level 10. We may want to try and go back up a step, because that will keep us potentially a bit safer in terms of not going straight into lava. The good thing about lava is that you tend to find it near precious materials such as diamonds, redstone and the like, and you see it in extreme hills. So it can be dangerous if you drop into it, but on the plus side, it is a sign that there's some good things around. And the other thing, once we get some lava, it will be quite exciting, is we can then build another portal, because I've got a way to make another portal that is a lot easier than some of the other alternatives. I'm just going to fill in this so that when we're walking through, it's a lot easier. And just get rid of all this because we don't need it anyways. And now we'll head back up, make the final bit of armor, and then that will be the end of this episode. So back up the stairs. It's not as fast as going up the ladder, but at least we've got most of the way down on the ladder. And at some point when we're feeling brave, we can go into that room, because we know we saw lots of emeralds in there and iron just in a cave, so we'll go and raid that at a future episode. But for the moment, let's keep it safe until we've got all our armor. We've also got diamonds and valuables here, so we don't really want to take a risk. It's better to play it safe when you're carrying diamonds. You don't want to drop those and lose them. So, here we are back. We've got, we'll put away the diamonds, we'll put away the emeralds, or not the emeralds, the redstone, and I think that's probably it for today. So thanks for watching. Hope you learned something today about making armor. We'll continue on tomorrow, probably with a bit more farming. We haven't got any animals, so that's next on our things to do to survive in Minecraft. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, and thanks for watching.